Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where the truth always matters. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. I am your trusted source for hard-hitting conservative news. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good evening, America, and welcome to another electrifying episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Tonight, we're going to dive headfirst into a fiery aftermath of last night's presidential debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And I know you guys have heard a bunch of stuff before, but not my perspective. So, ladies and gentlemen, what a night it was. The stage was set in Philadelphia. The stakes couldn't have been higher. We witnessed a clash of titans, a battle that you wouldn't believe, and a showcase of what truly matters to the American people. Kamala Harris came out swinging, aiming to paint herself as a candidate of change for the future and a new direction for America, which is not a good direction for America. But let's not forget, folks, that change for the sake of change isn't always progress. Harris is trying to bait Trump about former presidents doing his groundwork, defending his record, and reminding us that prosperity and strength is what we experience under his leadership. The media might be quick to declare a winner, but we know better. We saw Trump, the fighter, the patriot, the man who has always put America first, standing tall against the onslaught. Harris may have had her moments, but Trump's unwavering commitment to our values, economy, and our security shone through. Now, as we dissect the reactions pouring in, it's clear that this debate has only solidified the divide in our nation. But remember, it's in these moments of contention that our democracy thrives. It's through the debates that we, the people, get to see the true colors of those who seek to lead us. So buckle up, folks, because tonight we're not just going to talk about a debate. We're talking about the future of a great nation. We're talking about the principles that make America exceptional. We're talking about the fight for our very freedoms, our prosperity, and our way of life. So stay tuned, because the Conservative Viewpoint is just getting started, and we've got a lot to unpack. Let's dive into the heart of the matter and keep the spirit of America alive and kicking, because the Conservative Viewpoint starts right now. All right, guys, welcome. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Kurt, Lee, Vic, Cecil, Joan. Hi, Joan. Dennis. What's going on, everybody? Mark, there you are. Now, first thing I got to say is, how the hell am I going to top that show we just watched with the Rebel Chicks? I should just say good night right now and be done with it, because you can't top that. Great show, ladies. That was awesome, Vic. And when I counted her numbers, she had 500 people watching. Outstanding. For a premiere show of the Rebel Chicks on Wimpkin.com, they both did an awesome job. Alan, what's going on, Alan? Leslie, what's going on, Leslie? Welcome to the show. I see Dennis in there. What's going on, Dennis? I better watch what I say, or I'm going to get strung up. Not on here. You know better than that, Dennis. Yes, they did, Lee. I don't know how the hell you top something like that. But I've got a few things, too, that we're going to go over, because last night was a win-win. And no matter what these idiot liberals say, Kamala Harris lied about the whole damn thing. And if pictures are correct, she had an earpiece in. Now, this is just speculation right now, but it matches that Nova 1 hearing piece. So we're going to have to get into that too and see what comes out of that. Yeah, no kidding, Mark. I don't know how I'm going to step it up. Yeah, I know, Dennis. I'll take second place. The ladies did a great job. And for their first night, you can't beat it, huh? 500, man. I don't even get that some days. What the hell? I got to step it up now. But they did a great job. I was very impressed. And we got good things to come out of that, I see. And we'll see about her getting her recipes going a little bit more there, huh, Dennis? Make them get some of all that stuff. I think they did a great job. Now, got to applaud them. They are awesome. But now let's just try to step it up again a little bit here. So we're going to get into this a little bit. And first thing I'll talk about here is there's top 5 moments during Trump and Harris debate. And we're going to name them off right now. The first one, number 1, is Trump says that he wanted to send Harris a MAGA hat. Now, I think that was really great because it's so true, because she has taken over so many of Trump's policies that it's unreal. She has did a 360 over everything that she's been against for years. Now, the first video I'm going to show you, and I've got this a little different today. I've got 3 videos that I've downloaded, but the other ones I've got to make up a screen share, and we're going to screen share some of these so I can stop them, and we'll talk about them as we go. And this is the first time I've ever done that. Exactly, Jerry. That's a great picture right there. I love that one. Kurt, I see Kurt's in here. I didn't get to say hi to Kurt, I don't think. All right. Now, first one, let's see. We're going to go over some of Harris's past. And this is what her Democrat puppet masters told her to leave her past behind her. And you will see why here in 1 second. Take a look at Gabby Gifford. I think that's her name. When she debated her, and we've seen this before, but take a look at this one.
Kamala Harris.
The vice president has still failed to acknowledge that it was wrong to take the position that he took at that time. Listen, I mean, talk about now running for president and you change your position. Do you now say that you have evolved and you regret that? Because you've only, since you've been running for president this time, said that you in some way would take that back, or you didn't agree with the decision that you made over many, many years.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that.
And your response.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Now, you notice that she never denies everything that was just said. And that is a big-ass problem because it's all facts. And she did that last night, too. When they asked her, what the hell did they ask her right off the bat? If we were better off 4 years ago than we are today. And you notice how she went around the corner about that and didn't even mention that, right? I'm checking this thing, which he got some undecided voters are convinced by Harris after debate with Trump. 10 people who were still unsure that they were going to vote in the November 5 election before they watched the debate. 6 said afterwards that they would now either vote for Trump or leaning towards backing him. Yeah, well, that's a fact. But people got to realize that she's a lying bitch, and she's only doing this stuff for the votes. She is going to go back to what she was and exactly what Trump says, a Marxist. And this is what's going to stop. Now, this is more about her past, about her being a horrible prosecutor. And this is what people have to realize. They're listening. These idiot liberal sheep are listening to what she's saying right now. Nothing about her past that she's been for 14 years and more. But now all of a sudden she wants to change? Get the hell out of here. Take a look at this.
Well, as Senator Kamala Harris rises in the early presidential polls, she's facing increased scrutiny over her record as a prosecutor in California. In 2004, Harris became district attorney of San Francisco. She held the post until 2011, whereupon she became the attorney general of California. We're joined now by Lara Bazelon, a professor at the University of San Francisco School of Law. In January, she wrote a widely read article in the New York Times titled, "Kamala Harris Was Not a Progressive Prosecutor." Bazelon wrote, quote, "Time after time, when progressives urged her to embrace criminal justice reforms as a district attorney and then the state's attorney general, Ms. Harris opposed them or stayed silent. Most troubling, Ms. Harris fought tooth and nail to uphold wrongful convictions that had been secured through official misconduct that included evidence tampering, false testimony, and the suppression of crucial information by prosecutors."
Now you heard it right there. It shows it right there. She wouldn't uphold wrongful convictions. She held them up and wouldn't let those people out, even though they were wrongfully convicted. And yes, Lee Tulsi tore her up in that debate. That's why she dropped out, because of that, because she cannot back. And it's no different now. Everything that Tulsi Gabbard said was facts. So it doesn't change it now because it's that many years later. So what the hell does the Democrat puppet masters think they're going to accomplish by this? Now, I heard in an article just came in that Trump is not going to debate her again. And I don't think he should. Because this is all, that debate was fixed, and it was a rigged debate. And I guarantee that was an earpiece because she kept closing her eyes like she was listening. And I think that's what she was doing with those stupid ass ugly faces and that wrinkled up neck. And I know she was sitting there and she was listening to what they were telling her. That was why she was making those stupid faces. She's ugly enough, let alone making those dumbass faces like she's the thinker or something. And she has no brains. That hamster fell off that wheel long ago. Dennis said, got to admit that although Harris lied through her teeth, ABC's accomplished what they schemed to do, to convince the stupid and gullible people that she was a viable candidate. Exactly right, Dennis. That is no doubt on that. Oh, yeah, look at that kitty with a gun. That's awesome, Jerry. But, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we see, and we see it every damn day. Let me get these videos out of here so I don't play that again. Because this one, what was this one? She was so rehearsed. Oh, this is from our friends down under at Sky News. I love them people. So we got to watch this. This just keeps it going on everything that we know she lied about. It's a fact. So take a look at this real quick. It's only 58 seconds.
I've got to say, we've got to give her some praise here because she has obviously worked hard. Everything was so rehearsed. Every word you heard, she would have uttered possibly 100 times. So we didn't see the real Kamala, but we saw a better version. And even the reaction, when Trump was talking, the way she looked at him, the reactions. Now, some people might say that was jarring, it was passive-aggressive, it wasn't likable. I think it can be very effective, again, when you're cutting up 10, 15 seconds
throwing
for the
shade.
news. Yes.
As the young people
So
would say.
I think you've got to give her props because she's not known for being a hard worker. One of the biggest criticisms of her is that she doesn't know any topic. She just sort of knows the surface level, and that's why she waffles incoherently. But it looked like she had been drilled and drilled hard.
Yeah, well, drill, baby, drill.
Yes.
I love those people. They're freaking awesome. But he's right. She was drilled hard, all right, for years. Oh my God. Okay, let me set this up real quick here because I didn't want to set it up because remember we had trouble with this before with echoes or something you guys said you were hearing. So here we go. Let's get this up here. Which one do I want to do here? This one. Okay. Till I can get this right here. Now, this one we're going to see. This is a compilation of Kamala Harris's lies from last night. Now, I'm going to stop this part of the way through. I think it's 2 minutes. So I may do halfway, and then we'll listen to the other half, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. So let me look here real quick. X has been beautiful about fact-checking her. Wouldn't have happened while still Twitter. You're right there, Lee. That's for sure. Trump should have listened to Tulsi. He should have listened a little more. You're right. All snap polls I'm seeing saying Trump did better than she did. Well, the fact is that these... Hey, Gab. Well done on the show today, girl, if you didn't hear me earlier. Guys did a great job tonight. If these liberal idiots are sitting there saying that Kamala won this debate, why are the polls non-changed? Wouldn't it, if she tore this up, wouldn't you think it would like boost her in the polls? The polls haven't moved. They're staying the same. They're even saying, Trump did a better job. And not that she had a horrible night, but I guarantee it. Did you see that face in that last video when she went like this and she's squinting her eyes? I guarantee that she's listening for what they're saying. And we were talking about that last night too. We were saying about her hair and shit about that. But now this video I've got on here, if I can get my damn mouse over there, talking about her lies during yesterday's debate. Take a look.
$50,000 tax deduction to start up small businesses. But we've got to increase the corporate tax rate. State taxes are going to have to go up. I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people. I will snatch their patent so that we will take over. The question is, do you have the will to do it? I have the will to do it. The cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people. Bidenomics is working. It's working. It's a term we're very proud of, I must tell you. I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies. Now, I will tell you the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you.
It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country, and it's hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country.
I will not ban fracking. I'm in favor of banning fracking. It has to be legislation, but yes, and this is something I've taken on in California. I have a history of working on this issue. When it came to the Proud Boys, a militia, the former president said, stand back and stand by. My plan is to give a $50,000.
Yep. I'll put it back to where it was before, but already you've seen all the lies that she was talking about yesterday, and Trump should have nailed her a little bit harder on that. And he didn't, and I think he should have. And I wish we were seeing more out of that. But every one of these so far, lies, right? Take a listen.
Boys, a militia. The former president said, stand back and stand by.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace.
These dictators and autocrats are rooting for you to be president again?
Name a favorite candidate. It used to be Joe Biden. Support Ms. Harris. So that is what we are going to do.
What I do offer is a new generation of leadership for our country. One who believes in what is possible, one who brings a sense of optimism.
We all sing happy tunes and sing Merry Christmas and wish each other Merry Christmas. How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program.
Belittling and name calling. Let's turn the page.
Don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird?
Now tell me if that is not a fact right there. Tell me, what more do you need to hear? They've showed the proof, what she said yesterday and what she said in the past. And this, we could go on and on and on. This is so bad, but these idiot liberals won't wake up to see this shit. And that is the issue. They'll get more Trump's text. And these idiot liberals don't want to believe it, but we can show them this and they'll say, oh, that's a lie. And now the earpiece thing, the earring thing is a conspiracy again. Because we've ran out of all the other things that they've called conspiracies that it ended up not being conspiracies. So now they got to make up another one. Guaranteed. I can almost guarantee it. I called Biden wouldn't be the nominee, and I'm going to call this one. I think it was a piece, and I don't know if they're going to get proof or not. They probably already threw them away. And she'll pull out, if they ask her to see her earrings, she'll probably pull out another pair and say it was it. You know, it'll be, don't say Trump and nail her in the same sentence. Oh, that's good, Gab. That's funny. The Proud Boys became the Fed Boys. Exactly, William. Welcome, William. Let's go down through here. Her mouth is open. She's either goober, gobbling, or lying. Good job, Kurt. That's fact right there. 100%. Could have been a Saturday Night Live skit. Exactly, Dennis. And that's probably who was talking to her in her earpiece. All right, what did I have next here? Let me find. Okay, that was that one. And I got so many other ones. It's unreal. And we're going to listen to some of these other ones. We're going to listen to Megyn Kelly first. I know Vic had her on, but I think this is a different one.
Okay, guys, if you have not gotten your tickets for the opening weekend of Am I Racist, let me tell you why it is so important that you go get them now.
It's very easy to look like you know what you're doing when both moderators are entirely on your side. Trump did the best he could under the circumstances, but it really was like three fighters in the ring pummeling one opponent. And Trump tried to take them all on. He did fine. He did as best as he could. He was thrown a few times to the point where he was unnecessarily defensive and he was getting angry. And so was I. Were you? This was a mistake to trust ABC News with this debate. The Republicans must learn from this mistake. The same way the Democrats never agree to do anything with moderators they don't entirely trust. This should be the last time the Republicans ever do this.
Let me turn my mic back on first. And I told Vic this earlier. I said I was even pissed just listening to this bitch run her mouth. And because knowing they were all lies. And I noticed in the chat, Lee was mad. And that was like right when Wimpkin somehow got shut down and I had to put up a new stream. But I was actually pissed about what was going on in there too. And some of these videos that I watched, I did not watch these. So I'm watching them with you and learning about these things too. I just found as many as I could of different stuff so we could actually fact check her. But that one that I just got here, and I just got that first one that telling the lies and bringing up the truth, whatever it was. I just got that right before we went on. Lance, welcome, Lance. So I'm watching these as I show them to you. So let's go a little bit more with Megyn Kelly to see what that was all about. Let's take a look.
Because those two moderators tried to sink Donald Trump tonight. The numerous fact checks on what he said and none on what she said. None. I don't remember a single fact check of anything she said, and she lied repeatedly. She just got away with it. In the moderator's eyes, that was Donald Trump's job to fact check her. That's correct.
That's correct. It's definitely not Trump's job to check her, not the moderator's job to check Trump. And they're saying that he was checked 6 times to Kamala's 0. Fact. Pathetic. They need fired. They're disgraced. They're both of them, pathetic individuals. And that's the kind of stuff that was pissing me off yesterday. And hi, Pat. I didn't see you there. What's going on, Pat? And that was what was pissing me off about this. Okay, let's move on to another one here. Let's get Megyn off of there. She speaks her mind, and that's great. All right, let's go with. Oh, we're going with Sky News again. I love these people. I try to bring them up as much as possible.
Attention.
More ads.
President Trump is going to end all taxes on Social Security benefits and end all taxes on tips collected by service workers.
Let's wait till these stupid ads are done.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve
these are good.
message.
This is a good ad.
just pull it back a little bit. It was too much. They were participants, not moderators. And so many examples, including those impromptu fact checks that all went in the one direction.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
television. But the people
I'm
on television saying their dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
When are those people going to be prosecuted?
But let me just ask
you. You might ask her that question.
You were the president. You were watching it unfold on television. It's a very simple question as we move forward toward another election. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day? Yes, sir.
I had nothing to do with that other than they asked me to make a speech.
Mr. President, for 3.5 years after you lost the 2020 election, you repeatedly falsely claimed that you won, many times saying you won in a landslide. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all.
But
I
you
said
did
that
say
sarcastically.
That.
You know that. It was.
That's why I can't stand that son of a bitch. It's just shit like that that they did yesterday that's totally pissed me off. Didn't do that to that dumb bitch at all, period. But we found out today, and I did not get that because I just remembered it because of that video, that they did talk to the people over there. And it is a fact. People were on this TV being interviewed, saying that their animals were missing, and they showed the guy with the goose in his hand. So they lied just along with Kamala Harris. How pathetic is that? Oh my God. Oh, so much that I could have went on with those, but I don't want it to get me even more mad as it could be. Let's see, where was it at here? I know I had a couple more here. Okay, I'm going to watch this. This one is the criminal defense.
Washington is full of politicians.
Attorney reveals red flags on Kamala Harris's record.
Problem. He voted.
Our whole country will be permanently destroyed.
Nicole Castronovo is a Los Angeles-based criminal defense lawyer, and she joins me now. Nicole, Kamala Harris bills herself on as tough on crime, but her record doesn't necessarily reflect that. What red flags stand out to you from Kamala Harris's record?
Some of the things that stand out to me from Kamala Harris's record, especially are Prop 47 in California, which sought to make misdemeanors into a number of felony crimes that existed in California. And in essence, it let out criminals from the jails, and it's caused a lot of problems here in California. Theft is up, all sorts of property crimes are up, and she was a big supporter of that. Additionally, Harris has made stances that are confusing. Sometimes she takes a stance that she's against the death penalty, and sometimes as Attorney General, she was then defending the death penalty. So I think the red flags here are making political statements and not necessarily following them out with her office.
Let's look at some of her record. Let's start as senator. Keep in mind, she supported the Minnesota Freedom Fund. That was a fund that raised $41 million and literally put criminals back out on the streets. Of course.
Now, this is what she said that she did not do. She did not get money for putting these criminals back out on the streets, which she lied again. Gab said that CNN fact-checked Camel Toe, and she lied 17 times in 10 minutes. Oh, most definitely. There's no doubt about that one. That one there, I don't know if I can open link in a private window. Open link in a new window. Okay, hold on one second there, Jerry. I'll get this one up here. Jerry wants me to show this one. So let's show this video real quick.
So fucking safe here, bro. Like everyone on TikTok, on Facebook, making these jokes to get everything's fucking funny. Like, imagine you being homeless for a whole fucking year for no fucking reason. Like, what the fuck? This shit is not fun. This shit is not cool, bro. They really out here decapitating animals and y'all are making jokes out of it. Imagine if you went outside and you saw your dog's head decapitated on the fucking ground. Like, why are y'all thinking this shit's a joke? It's not a joke. I don't feel comfortable walking anywhere. Like, what the fuck? I would feel safe in my own city. Everybody's fucking homeless out here. Ain't shit but fucking scary ass Haitians just lurking and creeping and shit. Y'all thinking this shit's motherfucking funny? Like, keep making this shit up. It's not made up, bro. This shit is real life. This shit is really so fucking safe here, bro. Like, everyone.
Now, there's the fact for you right there. Thank you, Jerry, for that one. That just blows their lies right out of the water. And we could probably keep doing this all night. Don't knock it until you try a saute kitty. Oh, Dennis, come on now. Barbecue dog. Get the hell out of here. Muir can do a slobber boogie on my... Yep, exactly right. He's a piece of shit. And that woman ain't no different. I don't even know who she is. Prosecutor or prostitute? Both, Vic. She prostituted her way to prosecutor and all the way up to vice president. Saw a video with her with Willie and asked if she was his daughter. Oh, yeah. Lee says, I feel for her. You can feel the pain in her voice. Oh, most definitely. And they want to sit there and call it liars and saying it never happened. This is what, every time a fake news media lies like this, they should be fined $1 million a day until they apologize to people and retract everything that they said. Every one of them. I don't give a shit who it is. If it's Fox, Newsmax, any of them sit there and lie like that should be fined. And then after 3 times, they should be taken off the air. They should lose their license, period. Roberta, welcome to the show. What's this? 92% of Kamala Harris staffers left her in first 3 years as a VP due to her laziness and anger. I did say that, and we did do a show on that a long time ago, Roberta. Thank you for reminding me about that. She has the highest turnover rate of any vice president in the U.S. history. And I can see it, but she's so damn dumb, it's unreal. And I wish we could find out who these people are so we could get in touch with them and interview them and have them on the shows and stuff. But you can never find out who these people are. I would love to have that. Exactly, Cecil. That'll shut them up. If there's some kind of accountability, because it used to be when they actually did journalism, and it was called investigative journalism, you weren't allowed to put anything out on TV unless it was factual, unless you went out yourself and actually, oh yeah, that was deep down pain there, Madeline. But you were never allowed to put that stuff on TV until it was facts and you could back it up. Now it's just people saying, okay, well, there was a car wreck out there, and say, well, somebody could have died, but we don't know because we're not there. Man, it could have been worse. Really. And it was probably just a fender bender. But they changed the stories to make people pay attention. And then after it's found out that that's a lie, they said, oh, my bad. And they move right along. And they don't bring it up again. And that's the bad part about it. They hide it every time you turn around. They hide the truth. And every time we know it's a truth, and they should be fined and then removed and lose their license and taken off the air. Period. There's got to be some kind of accountability for this bullshit. And they should do the same thing to politicians. Because if they did that, I don't think we'd have a politician around. I think it's a prerequisite for they all to lie. Period. Let's see if I got something else in here. What do I got? What the hell is that up there for? That moved. That was supposed to be down here. The top 5. I didn't even finish those off. Number 2 on the top 5 that I started off with and got distracted, of course. Trump says he probably took a bullet in the head because of Biden and Harris's rhetoric. I can believe that, and I call it the Democrat rhetoric because they've all been doing it. Harris says she is not Joe Biden. Well, no shit there, you twit. And that's right. She's too damn dumb to be a twit. Twits are smarter. Sorry, twits. Harris stands by administration's Afghanistan withdrawal despite the criticism. She just stands beside. And did you notice that she ignored the total of the 13 service members that got killed because her and Joe Biden's patheticness? And they ignored that totally about them. It is so pathetic. It's unreal. What else we got here? Number 5 is Trump uses famous Harris lines against her. Trump used a quip on Tuesday evening similar to the one made, about when she's saying, I'm talking. And she made that because there was Trump supporters at one of her puny-ass rallies that was nailing her to the wall while she was talking, and she used that. I love that part. That was great. Trump had some good moments there. I was getting as frustrated as him, and I didn't even have to go back because I'd have been motherfucking her. And those moderators, they would have beep, beep, beep. The whole show would have been beep because I couldn't have done it. She's dumber than a box of rocks. Yeah, we went with bowling ball now, Kurt. I was saying that before, and yeah, I can't remember. I think it was Pat or Madeline. I can't remember who told me bowling ball. So we went with bowling ball because a bowling ball is dumb. It just break when I bowl anyway. It goes to the gutter. That's a dumbass ball. If I had a smart bowling ball, it'd get a strike every time. Mine not smart. Okay, sensationalizing lies. Right, Sean. And that's what she does. And I think the shaking of the head stuff, do you guys notice that too? She is shaking her head with that wrinkled up neck and shit. It's like, and the whole time, and then that squint and this shit. She made herself uglier than what she already is. Calling for banning guns because of a shooting is like calling a banning cars because of a drunk driver. Exactly, Lee. We keep saying that, and she keeps shaking her head when Trump kept saying she wanted to ban guns, which we showed that on the video. And but she didn't deny none of this shit. And this is what these idiot liberal sheep don't see. That she doesn't deny them, but she wants to shake her head. And these sheep are sitting there going, well, look, she shook her head. That means she didn't say it. Right? And they're looking at each other, circle jerking. And that's right. Idiots. What did Dennis say? We abhor people eating dogs and cats, and this is normal in third world nations. It's not an ignorant savages that they're to blame. It's the evil leftists that brought them here to cause them the whole crisis. And who are the evil people, Dennis? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. She said it right on TV. They started with 50,000. They went to 100,000, went to 150,000. They threw them over here on our tax dollar so they could eat our American pets. Grab up the geese that are laying there trying to just drink some water and shit all over your yard. I got geese in my yard. I don't like the geese, but you don't just sit there and go choke them out and go eat them. They lie when they are not cheating. They lie while they're cheating too, Madeline. That's a good one. That whistling sound between her ears would be maddening. And no doubt there, Alan. Used to be able to remove politicians from office when they violated their oath of office, too. Now we give them a pay increase. Exactly, Cecil. We have no control over this government. And that is what has to happen in November. That is why we have got to remind these people that they need to start working for us like they are paid to do. What is this one? Let's see. I hope I don't go out. Okay. Don't get distracted. Kamala is historically extreme. She called that herself. She called herself a radical right on TV, and she admitted to it. So why the hell would people listen to this? She has admitted to everything that she is. And now she's an extremist. She's a Marxist. She's a radical. She's a communist. Oh, I mean, what more do you have to prove to these idiots that she is worthless and this country is doomed if she actually gets in? There's no doubt about it. Exactly, Dennis. And he said it, and I'm saying it again, never underestimate the enemy. Politicians in general are the enemy because they all lie to us, no matter who it is. And I'm sorry, but it's true. They all lie to us. They lie for votes. But with Trump, we know what he's going to do. It's already been proven. And they want to keep bringing up about the corporate tax breaks and everything like that. We talked about that last night for a little bit. The corporate tax breaks means we get tax breaks. We get breaks from high cost because of the breaks that they get. Because when they don't have to pay higher taxes, that means they don't have to upcharge on the fees that they charge us to buy their products. You can't be that stupid not to realize this, but they are. But I would like one of these idiot liberals, if anybody's watching, and I doubt it because they're pansy-ass people, tell me what is better. I've asked this question for years now. What is better now under Biden? Nobody comes up with anything. They can't say the Inflation Reduction Act because we know what the fuck that did. They can't say the Infrastructure Act because that's not possible either. The Inflation Reduction or the Infrastructure Act didn't even need to be brought out. It is up to the states to decide what is the most important thing to be fixed. They get the stuff together, they turn it into the federal government, and they ask for a certain amount of money every year to fix infrastructure. When the states don't do that, that is why things start falling apart. Bridges start collapsing. The internet, they want to give free internet to people. Fuck that. Pay for it. I pay for mine. Everybody should pay for it. But that's part of infrastructure, the roads, bridges, everything. But it's up to the states to decide that. But the federal government or the Democrats decide, well, we're just going to spend some money, make it look like we're doing something so we can get votes. What did they do? They caused the inflation to go even higher. Trump left them with a 1.9% inflation rate. And we said about this last night. They went up to like 9, almost 10%. And then when it goes down to 5 or 6% that it is now, or I think it's 6%, they say, oh, look, inflation has gone down. No, you dumbasses. When the inflation rate hits to 1.9 where Trump had it and below, that's when inflation goes down. When our prices go back down, like gasoline gets back down to $1.89, that's when your prices go down. That's when inflation goes down, you fucking idiots. All right. Sorry about that. We'll get on to some more. You may have unknowingly invited some Haitians to your home. Let them come, Madeline. Let them come. I got 9mm. I got 45. I got 1911. I got AR-15. All those numbers talk. And don't worry, there'll be plenty of body bags to open up later. I do not concern myself with anyone. I can't Zoom till the show's over, Mark. I'm on the app, not the web version. Oh, Pat. There are but two parties now, traitors and patriots. Everyday patriot, thank you very much. You are right there. And we've got to take care of this come November. Welcome to the show, Everyday Patriot, too. I didn't see you there, but thank you for coming in. They are candy asses. Yes, they are, Kurt. You got that right. Don't waste your time on people who have already made up their minds on voting for Kamala. Spend your time talking to people who actually have questions. Be patient with them and stay level-minded and calm when pointing out the principles and the policies that make America great. I do that, but then if you figure out that there are people that are still going to vote for Kamala Harris, and you ask them why, and what do they say? Well, she's a woman. Seriously? You're going to vote for somebody because she's a woman? Or it's just as bad as because, well, she's a Democrat. Well, that's more stupid than her being a woman. She's dumb as shit. But how many geese do you have? Well, I chase them out of here, Madeline. I chase the geese out of my property because they shit all over my yard and I can't stand that. But when they go down the road, there's probably a few hundred down the road there, and that's where they can stay. Exactly, Sean. I got the good contractor bags, the 55 gallons. Oh yeah. Yeah, they'll be floating in the river somewhere. My dog and I can help you with the geese problem. I can't stand them. I can't stand. Then you get the little ones because they lay their eggs somewhere on our creek bank. And then the little ones come up there and I got to chase them away. I put a couple rounds off in the creek beside of them and chase them off. And I get rid of them. I can't stand the geese there. That's just crazy. But what the hell happened here? Oh, there we go. I got to shut that off there. I don't know, close that down. I'm not going to show any more videos, but this is the stuff that's been going on since yesterday. And I did not think I would get enough to do this show, but with it being pissing me off like this, that I had, and it didn't all just come all of a sudden. But then I watched all my other shows that I watch in the morning, and they were showing stuff, but I wanted to get stuff that was a little different than what they were showing. So I did come up with a few articles here. Here's Trump details starkly different visions in tense, high-stakes debate. Tense because she lied. We got gators and wild hogs. That's even better, Kurt. Canadian geese. Yes, Tammy. We get those Canadian geese down here. They're supposed to be good eating too, but I don't do it. I want them to go back to Canada. Them hogs, Kurt, they'll eat anything. They eat everything. And then they get crazy. I know you guys got a lot of hogs down there. They do hog hunting. Yeah, feral hog. And in Texas got a lot of hogs. My buddy lives in Houston, and he got hogs, and he goes hog hunting down there. I'd love to get down there and do a hog hunt. That would be awesome. Don't Get Dead Hunkering Down episode we'll pick up on Monday. Okay. Dennis says that the next Don't Get Dead Hunkering Down episode will pick up on Monday. Heavy workload this week. So, but don't forget your list, guys. Keep that list together. Oh, and that's what? Guess what? My Make America hat came in today. Look at this. Look at that little American flag on the side there. I got 2 of them. And when I do the next question of the week, this is what I'm going to be giving away. Hopefully you guys will answer the question to answer the one. And I did get Lee. Lee did answer the question on the other one the other day. And I am going to send you something, Lee. I'm not telling you what it is because he did answer the question. And he sent me a message in X, and I didn't get it. So I am going to send him something. He don't know what it is yet. Oh, Waco. Hey, that's pretty cool. How far are you away from the border, Sean? That's where I want to go. I want to go to the border. I want to do a live stream from our real border, not where Kamala Harris went to. I want to go to the real border where the real action is going on and see for myself and do a live stream from down there. So if prices come down a little bit, but I don't know how soon I can do it because oh, that sounds like a game plan there, Tammy. You guys kept talking about Trump Burger. I do want to get down there so I can do a live stream, and if anybody's close enough, we'll all go down and do a live stream together. That would be awesome. But now I got my diesel back, so I get better mileage on my diesel than I did on my gas truck. So prices come down a little bit. I can get down there. We'll do it. What are we talking? Okay, we still got a couple minutes here. Got a couple more articles here, but I'm going back to a normal episode tomorrow, about 4.5 hours, which is not horrible. We could probably do that in a day and back. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump debate prompts major endorsement. Oh, we ain't even going to go there because I am not talking about the Swifties. I can't stand her. No. Trump enters spin room when he talked to Hannity last night and defended his performance. He said he had a good performance. I say he had a decent performance. So 45-70 works great on them, lined up side by side with a deer feeder. Oh, yeah. My buddy has a deer feeder, and he shows pictures of the hogs and stuff all the time there. Yes, you won again, Lee. So, yeah, I think Trump had a decent one. He could have been better. He did get frustrated, which I hope he wasn't going to, but he did. But what else we got here? Fox News top talent reacted to ABC presidential debate. Everybody is, except for the liberal, lame, fake news media, has said what kind of assholes these ABC moderators were. And, of course, you're not going to hear that from the moderators. So there are some undecided voters that said they're crucial from battleground states of Pennsylvania following the debate. And I'm not going to show that video right now. But it was like divided. on there. What else we got here? What else we got here? Harris said she's ready for a second debate. Well, yeah, she's got her earpiece, so she's good. And they had some analysis from Chicago, which was another split. I think there was maybe there was 4-7. 4 for Trump, 7 for Kamala. And the swing state ones, of course, you had more people for Kamala because they're stupid-ass liberals. They don't know what the hell they were listening to but lies, and we all know what it was. Yeah, Jerry, he pulled the SAVE Act, and people were saying, I don't like him anymore. I thought I was going to like him, but being a supposable Christian, but he pulled it because he wanted to make sure he has the votes. I don't believe they should be doing another continuing resolution. I think they shut him down. Shut him down. If you cannot get the votes, shut him the hell down. Schumer already said they weren't going to vote on it if they had to put the SAVE Act in. They don't want ID shown. They don't want proof of citizenship because they can't cheat. So this is what they're going to do. Shut them the hell down. Period. No ways about it. Shut them down until they until they agree to it. Period. No matter what. That was it. And get away. Here's my last one. What was it? Kamala Harris gets desperate, looks stupid after attacking Trump and saying something already debunked. And this was about the very fine people. And I think we might have talked about that a little bit last night because he did not say that. That's all these Democrats can do. Talk about stuff that has already been proven fake. Russia collusion. Now they're bringing out Russia 2.0. This is what these people know. Right. Executive orders are not law. Exactly right, Cecil. I hope Pennsylvania doesn't change the law unconstitutionally again to cheat. Right, Lee? And we said that yesterday, too, because they did it a day before the election, illegally. Our idiot Governor Wolf did it without going through the proper channels and did it on his own, which was illegal. There's another right there showing election interference. We've got all the proof in the world. And they brought that up, too, last night. And Trump told them. No judge took the case. No judge looked at the evidence. And these son of a bitches went to sit there and say that, good night, Pat, I'm going off here anyway. But no judge looked at it. So you can't say it wasn't true because no judge looked at the evidence. Period. Simple as that. All right, guys. It's time to go. We're going to have another great episode tomorrow night. Thanks for a great chat, guys. We had an awesome time in here. Yes, he is spineless, Sean. I agree wholeheartedly. Some bitch needs replaced after this. So thank you, Gab. You guys had a great show, too. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this. As we wrap up tonight's episode of The Conservative Viewpoint, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've witnessed and discussed. The debate last night wasn't just a clash of words. It was a testament to the enduring spirit of our democracy. It was a reminder that in America, we don't shy away from the tough conversations. We embrace them. We challenge each other, and we grow stronger because of it. Donald Trump stood as a beacon of resilience, a symbol of unwavering dedication to the principles that we've made this nation great. Kamala Harris brought her vision for the future, which showed us what? Nothing, except spending more money and her having no plan whatsoever to pay it back. She also sparked discussion that will shape the path ahead. But in the end of the day, it's not just about the candidates on the stage. It's about us, the American people, and our collective voices. Remember, folks, the power of our democracy lies in our hands. It is in our votes, our voices, our unwavering commitment to the values we hold dear. As we move forward, let's carry the passion and energy from tonight's discussion into our daily lives. Let's stay informed, stay engaged, and mostly importantly, stay united in our pursuit of a better tomorrow. Thank you for joining me tonight. Keep the fires of patriotism burning bright. And never, never forget that together we can shape the future of this great nation. Until tomorrow night, guys, stay strong, stay proud, and stay true to the American spirit. This has been Charlie, the country conservative, saying good night. See you guys tomorrow night. Good night, everyone.